Hello from Kirksville, Missouri. Uh, Good afternoon, actually. Uh, Sometimes wonder where the hell to start. I think I'll start off with a question for the Republicans. If Donnie tells you to jump off a bridge, are you going to do it? He has got all these Republican governors saying that the economy is worth more than life itself. Might be for them. Why don't they prove it first? Is the way I think about it. Go expose yourself, Republican governors, and then you can talk about how you're helping the economy. Shit. That's the damnedest bunch of idiots. Oh, I'm going to see if I can't get comfortable here. And hello to everyone. Hello, Linda. Hello, Lisa. Uh, I know there's probably, well, I know there is an additional two more people out there. Here comes Karen. Thank you for showing up. Uh, and first, I want to start off with what Rachel was talking about. If you've been watching, of course, we don't watch Fox Views, but they're pushing Sweden's model. Sweden has got rising cases, but the difference is they don't have a stay at home order. So now Fox is pushing that when they usually put them down for socialism. Their neighboring countries like Norway, the Netherlands, and places like that are reducing their cases because they have a stay at home order. It's crazy shit. I just wanted to say, too, and I think I've got it in here. I'll just run through this and see what we find. Uh, all right, I already did that. And I can guarantee you, if Donnie doesn't spew that out today, that they knew to do what open up early because of Sweden, we know where it came from. It's all over Fox. They even showed a picture of Newt Gingrich, and they were asking him about it. Uh, and the latest I heard, and just off the top of my head, is the mayor of Las Vegas wants to open up the casinos. Oh boy, let's see how many people we can infect. Like places like Nebraska, outside of Omaha, Nebraska, on the interstate. They are, I believe, they're going to open the Nebraska Crossing Mall tomorrow, and their governor, I mean the owner, not the governor, he refuses a stay-at-home order, and what he wants to, the owner says, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself, so I may come back to this in a minute, but basically, Iowa has no stay-at-home order. That interstate goes in to Omaha from Iowa. They have no stay at home order. Let's swap viruses. Why don't we just, infect everybody in two states? Too close to me for comfort. Uh, Now, meatpacking plants are having outbreaks across the nation. This is a danger to the food supply chain, to meat's availability in the stores. Uh, States are now having to get tests and supplies from other countries because Donnie says it's on the states to do the testing as he pushes protests to open the country. You know why, too? His ratings are going down. People are finding out every day. He thinks this is a campaign to reelect him. That is going to be the number one issue with Joe Biden running against Donald Trump, is his handling of the coronavirus. And it ain't looking good, Donnie. Uh, and for example, this was from Don Lemon. The death rate in this country has gone from 20,000 to over 42,000. We're now headed to 44,000 as I came on the air. In just 2 weeks, it went from 20,000 to 42,000. And Donnie wants to open the country. You damn dumbass idiot. Orange dumbass idiot. Um, New York Times experts, if the country opens too soon, the emergency rooms will get busy again. And this was from Donald McNeil, New York Times science and health reporter. You know that's a loser right there with the Republicans because they don't believe in science or health. And he confirms that without testing and tracing, opening up, there will be about 300 million people who would still be vulnerable to getting infected. Sporting events, going back to offices, restaurants, bars, nail salons, hair cutting, and other things, the numbers will go up. Well, these damn governors are admitting they know it will go up, but they've got to save the economy and free the American people. And that is a bright bunch that is out protesting. Saw one of their posts today, a post about them on the side of the pickup. It said, "N.O. your rights. Stand up." But they couldn't spell shit. All right, got that page. Donald McNeil says that it may take a few openings. What he was talking about is the curve will go up, it would even off, start down again, and then come back up again. And every time we reopen the country before we're ready to do so, it's going to be up and down. And hopefully they will learn a lesson that it's not working that way. We have flattened the curve for one reason in New York State is because stay at home is working. Well, they can't stand that. The Republicans can't, particularly when Donnie forgets to mention there are Republican governors telling them they are not ready to reopen. He blames it on the Democrats. Governor Brian Dumbass Kemp is opening gyms, barbers, nail salons, and are going to open up this Friday, and bowling alleys. Yeah, boy, you can social distance in a bowling alley or a gym. And he said already he will overrule any municipalities or local officials that try to interfere. Kemp is doing this despite not meeting the 14-day decline in new cases. Same in Texas, same in Tennessee. They haven't met Donnie's guidelines and they're ready to open up. Let's kill a few more. Here it is. Nebraska Governor Ricketts refuses stay-at-home order. Stay-at-home order. Owner of Nebraska Crossing opens this Friday. Now owner Ron Yates, and that's the reason I want to go back through it, is the man's name is Rod Yates. And we should go viral with that name where we can point him out when his experiment, which that's what he's calling it, He wants to give national retailers a space where they can test out best practices for eventually reopening across the country. It's right off the interstate. Mall owner starting his own experimental healthcare policy. Uh, Managers of the store are already saying they didn't sign up for this. In other words, they're not ready to sign up to be guinea pigs. Nebraska Hospital Association. This move is a direct contradiction with the public health guidelines. Quite simply, it's irresponsible for non-essential retailer to open its doors to the public at this time. And in other news, I'll jump into this, and this was Don Lemon that I got it from while I'm switched. I switch back and forth through them. North Korean leader Kim Jong Un is in grave danger after surgery. And that's a dark country to try to figure out what's going on. But I heard last night he hadn't been seen in public for 14 days. He missed the celebration of his grandfather's, I believe it was birthday. He wasn't there, so something's going on. Plus, another problem with that country is they don't have a line of succession. In other words, if he dies, who's going to be in charge? He only has a sister. Um, Another pork packing plant in Waterloo, Iowa, has a breakout. It's a Tyson plant in Black Hawk County. Sheriff Tony Thompson went in the plant to check out precautions in the plant and said it should be shut down for a deep clean and use of proper equipment and barriers, etc., to start up with a clean slate. And he was on Rachel's last show last night. The VA instructs coronavirus exposed staff to keep working. Places that don't, they're going to be placed in AWL status. The VA continues their happy talk. Nothing wrong here. Where have I heard that before? Oh, yeah, the White House. And this is the funny story from Don Lemon. Quarterback Tom Brady was cited and was caught working out in Tampa Bay Park and cited and kicked out of the park. He's now the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. From the last word, Trump was asked a question. He would have it. I can't even read my writing there, but I'll try to figure out where it's going to. Oh, it was mentioning he shows no sympathy for anything. I'm hoping that I've got something about what he said to that same black lady reporter, which was he started about people love him and he's going to win by a landslide. He would not answer the question. He just went into his campaign rally mode and ignored the question. And he has no sympathy or empathy for over 42,000 deaths, which that's where it was at last night. That's when he said it. He said, a lot of people love me, and we think we will win by a landslide. Got a surprise for you, Donnie. you're going to jail at the end of this. Uh, he's a sociopath and can't feel anything but for himself and getting reelected. Uh, then I go on to some polls. 2020 general election shows Biden at 49% to Donnie at 42%. That close scares me, but it gets better when you start looking into other aspects about how he's handling this virus and the GOP in general. Uh, and but if Donnie opens the country, his numbers will drop. Unfortunately, there will be a resurgence of cases and deaths uh, when it starts affecting his supporters, their friends, their family. You're going to see a turnaround in them, even. And keep in mind, according to the portion of the population that is protesting to support Donnie, it's about 1%. So there's not a hell of a lot of them to start with. What I didn't like that I saw, and I can't recall what city it was, but there were people protesting their protest. They were 6 feet apart, but none of them had masks. They need to stay out of it. Stay home. Stay out of this. Let them kill themselves. Uh, and my greatest hope here is everyone wants to return to life. I'm so sick of sitting here, Grace and I both. We want to be free to do what we want. We are hopeful that the businesses here in Kirksville keep doing what they're doing before our Governor Parson called for a stay-at-home order. The business here were already doing social distancing, and he said that he's going to call that off or new guidelines starting May 4th. But people are really being good here. I'm seeing more masks, particularly at Walmart, good many in Hy-Vee. And I've already gotten my one trip out. It's already over with. So I'm here for the rest of the evening. And let's see. Yeah, there were more masks at Walmart. And that's a good sign. There were more masks today at Hy-Vee. Okay. Oh, that's from the wrong side of the paper or the wrong stuff. Oh, here's what I wanted to get to anyway. A couple of things on 2 pages. Wall Street Journal poll: trusting Trump coronavirus. Yes, trust 36%. No, do not trust 52%. And get this, 10% not aware. Where in the hell have they been? The election will be a referendum on coronavirus. And let me see if I can find any more from 20 seconds. Somehow I ended up with part of my pages. They're probably in there, but basically I just want to show some of these polls. That is what is going to take Donnie down. If we all get out and vote blue and talk some of our Republican friends into voting blue, I've already heard word that a lot of them, they would rather vote for Biden than they would for Donnie. Donnie, you're on your way out. And has anybody else noticed this in the pep rallies that he's holding? If you look toward the back of his head, The way he combs his hair leaves a little horn sticking up, and on the other side is a little horn sticking up. Is he the Antichrist? Is he the beast? Just had to throw that in before I let you go. Let's see if I got anything else. I don't know how I got it. Oh, this last part. Now he's going to temporarily suspend immigration. Wow, who's that play to? His damn base again with his damn vanity wall. Mexico got the first strike at him, and they have shut down Americans going to Mexico. I don't blame them. But see, he was looking to push his base by saying he will shut down immigration into this country. That's just a pure political move. And I think Donnie realizes that's why he's pushing all this bullshit so hard, because he realizes his popularity is going away in the way he handled this. Joe Biden had a great commercial over last weekend that I believe I saw that on Rachel. It might have been on The Last Word. And I already covered that about Brian No Brain Kemp, another Donnie butt sucker. All right, that's about all I've got for you today. And as always, I appreciate your time. Let's see. All right, we got a lot of new people in here that some I have seen from time to time at either one of my shows. Hello, Lou Ross. I've seen you before. And I hope I pronounced this name right. Sandra Shands. Welcome. And again, Homer's Reluctant Odyssey. Thank you for coming. Lisa S. is out here. Let me see if I can go up on it. Yeah. Emma Carter Williams is here. Hello, Rose McAllister. There's Velda Snyder's out there. All right. Quite a showing today, and I appreciate you getting out here and making your comments. When I go through it in real time, I'll be able to see those. Carol Gillens is here. Karen Grims, Beverly White. All right, all right. That's great, folks. You really make me feel good in these crazy times that we got. And you can count on it, Velda. We will stay safe. I've already got my one trip out done. I'm staying here. We're having a good dinner here, and milk chocolate brownies afterwards. So I'm looking forward to the evening. Of course, I'll be at the family meeting. I'm still trying to figure out my Discord. No matter what I do with it, it won't allow me. What it does is got that crazy looking little head, and it just spins back and forth and fails every 10 or 20 seconds and tries again, but it's getting nowhere. I only have one Discord data set out there or app, and now that one's not working. The rest of them with Mac, to get something off, you have to put it in the trash and get rid of it. I've emptied the trash of the other data sets. I'm about ready to empty it into trash on the Discord app that I've got now, and just start over and go back up there and get another app and see if I can get it to work. I have a feeling it's something to do with the upgrade that I did about 2 weeks ago. I always have something that doesn't operate right, after they put another version of Mac out here for me. So we'll see. I'm doing my best and trying. I think I found on yesterday's Facebook when I went back to the previous version of it and was able to get out my two shows. What I found is the sound was a lot better than I was getting under live producer by Facebook. If I can avoid getting live producer, I don't like it because I'm down here in the corner in a little itty bitty box with the wrong glasses on, trying to see what I'm doing on the screen and trying to look over here for comments. I've now got it blown up so far that under that, I couldn't see anybody's comments. I like it better when it's like YouTube. I've got my comments over here running up and down the page. Uh, I appreciate all of your time. For right now, I wanted to explain I will be putting my information on how to help me, how you can get your cards and letters. You have to send me a personal messenger. Some folks are wanting to do that, and I have no problem. You're a Blue Dot family member, and I will most certainly want to get your cards, letters, and if you can donate, not if you can't. This is not done for money. This is just to try to help me defer costs because of this stimulus. That's not going to last forever. But you know me well enough to know that I will be out here regardless. I'm going to keep doing this. I don't do it for money. It's just, I was having a discussion with my brother. He has AT&T, and they unplugged his panel. He didn't have Wi-Fi for a while. They in Georgia, his is 50 megabytes per second, and he said his rate was anywhere from $50 to $65 a month. I have cable modem with Sparklight, and that runs me 91.38 a month, but I've got 150 megabytes. It's perfect for doing these videos, for doing my music when I put it out, for people to listen to on my timeline. It just works for me. When I last had AT&T, their speed was 18 megabytes per second, and it was like watching a slideshow. Trying to watch my football that year. They rear back to pass, and next thing you saw them catch it down. Oh, shit. That's another thing. Just thought I would let you know that's what I'm trying to do. That and $1 or two comes in, and it lifts my morale to keep you informed, keep you entertained, and keep this thing going because we got a long ways to go, and we got to vote blue. No, it is no matter who. It's not anymore. No matter who. It's no matter what. We have to vote blue. We have to get the whatever he is out of our house. All right, I'll let you go with peace, resist, persist. And I insist that we get that orange virus and his little Nazi out of our White House. In fact, if we leave them in place, they're thinking about driving a moving truck up to move all the money out that they're stealing. All right, have a good one, and I will see you tomorrow around 6 p.m. my Facebook show. See you then. Have a good one. Bye bye. Share this shit.